Hi, everybody. Sam here. I'm so excited to be here to talk to you about the B word. Yes, we're talking about the B word. Me and Nika, we're going to have a good time today talking about it. And it is boundaries. I don't know what you were thinking, but we're talking about boundaries. And Nika and I got connected because we're working on this summit together. I did something a little different this time, and I actually vetted each of the people that are going to speak. And I had a call with them to make sure that they were a really good fit. When I was talking to Nika, I'm like, oh my, you need to be part of this for sure. Nika, introduce yourself to everybody listening or watching, maybe just a minute or two about who you are, how you help in the world, and then we'll talk a little bit about boundaries.
Hi, everyone. Super pleasure to be here. Sam, thank you that I feel the same connection. So my name is Nika Kozira. I'm an intuitive integrative wellness life coach. I'm also a federal police officer and an emergency medical responder. I'm originally from Poland. I'm based in DC at the current moment. I am not only a child of a lot of trauma, but I am also someone who had a ton of medical illnesses for decades. And I was able to not only heal myself naturally and holistically from all my physical ailments, but then I was able to resolve my mental and emotional pain. And then I entered into this world of spirituality.
Wow, yeah. I'm so glad to be connected to you. And thank you for how you help in the world with your coaching, but also just as a federal police officer and responder, because the thing I think about that kind of job, and it's just, that's a lot. So thank you for how you serve in the world.
Thank
So you're more than welcome. So let's talk about the B word, healing one boundary at a time, virtual summit coming up. It's July 7th through 11th. And there will be a link around this video for the ladies to sign up and get free access. It is free, but you do have to RSVP. So Nika, when you think about your journey around going from where you were to where you're at now, how did boundaries play into that?
Well, I think I never knew I didn't have boundaries. That was my biggest thing, right? So I'm 5'10", so I'm like an Amazon. I've always been perceived as strong, no nonsense. People aren't going to F with me, right? And I didn't realize that I had no boundaries. I was a complete people pleaser, love buyer, as I call it. And I didn't realize it came strictly for one reason and one reason only. I did not initiate the price of admission into my own life. So that is something I work a lot with all of my clients is the one simple question, what is the price of admission into your life?
Yeah, and so that's so good. A lot of people talk about having fences to where you say this is how far you can come with without getting permission, but it everybody pays a price to come in, and it's whether you're going to allow them or not, and how high is it or what is it. And so when you've had an experience where you've looked back and you thought, "Oh, I let somebody in and they didn't pay the appropriate price." How what's one little step, and don't give away everything that you're going to be talking about at the summit, the one little step to get somebody's brain thinking of, oh, this might be an issue I have that I might need some help with.
I think the issue is when we talk about boundaries, it's such a interconnected conversation, right? Because it affects you on all fronts. And the one thing I realized is how could I expect someone to pay a price of admission into my own club, into my own life, when I don't even know what my value is?
Yeah, yeah, you're on it. Yeah. So one of the things on my journey, I went from self-hate to self-love. What I recognized, a big part of that was I didn't know who I was. And so that's why we're doing this summit about boundaries, because I believe the first step is to know who you are. And then the second step is to be able to create boundaries. Because if you don't know who you are, you're not going to be able to create boundaries because what would they be? It's the same, similar thing you're saying. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. This is so good. I'm so excited. You are one of 30 women that are going to come together, share your wisdom, your expertise. It's all free. Ladies, you just need to click the button to join. Once you sign up, you'll enter your name, your email, and it's going to ask for your phone number, but you do not have to give your phone number. That if you want text reminders, that's what the phone number's for. Right after that, you're going to go to a place where it's going to ask you to set up a page on Safe Heart Connections. That's where you're going to access everything about the summit. You will want to set that up. If you don't do it, we'll just send you an email reminder saying, hey, get set up. But that's where everything's going to live. You're going to do that. and I cannot wait for the summit to be here. And Nika, you have any closing thoughts before we wrap up today?
I think it's a fantastic summit, and I think I'm really excited to see everyone else's perspective and their take on what's
I
going
know.
on.
Yeah, it's so cool because I had somebody ask me, how are you going to have 30 different people talk about boundaries and it's not all the same? Really?
There are 30 different people.
I'm like, we all have our own perspective, our own lessons, our own stories, how it's impacted our lives or somebody we know. We all, even if we taught the exact same thing, our stories and the way we would teach them would be different. And so
Absolutely.
that I think that's the power of doing a summit like this and hearing the collective voice rather than just having me or you. While we could do a great talk, it's not the same as having the power of the collective because you can get something from so many different people. Yeah.
I definitely agree.
Very good. I can't wait to see you. Bye.
Likewise. Take care.